Hi everyone, welcome back again to the channel. My name is Damilola. In today's video, I'm going to be teaching us how I go about this skirt and blouse showing on my screen right now. And if this sounds like something you want to know, kindly please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. And guys, I'm going to be using about 6 yards of these African prints. Then I'm just going to go ahead and fold it. So guys, I'm just going to go ahead and fold it in a fold of 4. Then after folding it, I want us to know that we are cutting the skirt. My video, that's how I do it. But trust me, this video will be very detailed because we are going to be cutting it together. We are going to be cutting the skirt part, folding it together. Then I'm going to fold it behind the camera as well. So guys, if this sounds like something you want to know, kindly please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. And please, let's dive right into the video. To begin with, I've kind of had to fold it into 4. I have it to be 1, 2, 3. And the part towards this edge will be our zipper allowance point. So where our zipper will be sitting at, okay? So please, when you want to fold it into 4, please go ahead and use your hip circumference and add extra inches to it, okay? If you don't know how to fold it into 4. And I said it earlier that if you want me to make a tutorial on that, just tell me on the comment section and I'll be glad to do that, okay? So guys, the next thing is to start taking our horizontal measurements. But before then, we have to rule out our border lines, which I've already gone ahead and ruled. But I'm still going to rule it all again so that you guys will see. So at this point, when I was ruling it, I don't know, my camera is not capturing it very well. So this is it right here. So I'm going to be explaining. So after ruling your border lines, remember this is a skirt and I'm going to be adding band to it. So the next thing is to take our horizontal measurement, which is our hip to waist, okay? I hope you guys understand what I'm trying to say. So when you want to take it there, remember this is our border lines and our tape will be starting from this border line, not from this edge again. I hope you guys understand what I'm trying to say. So not from this edge again. So from this border line, I'm going to place 2 inches up, and I'm going to be working with band of 2 inches. So if you don't want to use band, go ahead and take your measurement all the way from here, okay? But I'm going to be using 2 inches band. Then I'm going to mark my hip line, which is 9 inches. So it's always 9 inches, but sometimes in some cases it's not 9 inches, okay? Some can be 8.5 depending on the height of the person, okay? So guys, the next thing is to take our vertical measurement, which is our waistline and our hip line, okay? So remember, this is our zipper allowance points, and we can't be taking our curve, the curve from our waist to hip at this point because it's our zipper allowance. So then we are going to use the other side, which is towards me, okay? We are going to use the other side, which is the towards me. Then I'm going to go ahead and place my tape all the way from the front, not from the back, okay? Place from the front, then divide your waist by 4. Then I have mine to be 8.5. So this skirt will be kind of a little bit free because she doesn't want it to be too tight. Then I've went ahead to add extra 1.5 inches to all her vertical measurements, okay? So me dividing the waist by 4, I have 8.5 inches here, okay? Then I'm going to add extra 1.5 inch for my stitching allowance. This will serve as my seams allowance, the stitching, and the where I'll be turning my actual lining, like my lining too, because it's a full lining dress, okay, skirt. So the hip, this is our hip line, remember. So dividing your hip by 4, we have it to be 11.5. So remember, this is your 11.5 here. Then come out here and add extra 1.5 inch to it, okay? Then we can now connect all the way. So I decided to use these points, okay? Connect all the way at this point, okay? So from there, I came down by 4 inches. So this actually depends on you as well. I came down by 4.5 inches depending on you, okay? But I'm coming down by 4.5 inches for my hole. Then I'm going to go ahead and make a straight line. So this is it right here. Then I'm going to go ahead and connect my hip line all the way as you see me do. So at this point, the hem point, I'm just going to be minusing 1.5 inch from the down part, because she doesn't want it to be too penciled and too tight. Okay, so from this point I have it to be 11.5 inches, my hip line to be 11.5 inches. Then I'm going to minus extra 1.5 inch to it, so I have it to be 9.5. So guys, I'm just going to go ahead and place my tape all the way from here, add 9.5, and please make sure you rule your desired length. I'm working with length of 41 inches. I added 1 inch stitching allowance. Okay, stitching allowance. So at this point I have it to be 9.5 inch right here. Then I'm going to add my stitching allowance to it also, because at it being she wanted to be penciled, I supposed not to add any stitching allowance, but I'm going to be adding 1.5 inch to it, which is 11. Then I'm going to connect all the way as you see me do. Then at this point you can just go ahead and slant it all the way. Okay, just go ahead and slant it all the way. So this is our skirt now. So our skirt is actually ready now. So at this point I'm going to be cutting the front first, and at this point, for our back, okay, let's do it this way. For our back, and I normally add extra 1.5 inch, okay, towards this side, okay, this side, so that it's actually this, the purpose of adding 1 inch to this part for the back, okay, for the back skirt is, if you notice, if you wear some skirts and it actually forms like it's actually hang around the zipper point. So I'm just going to go ahead and slant it all the way like this. So from a zipper allowance like this, come down by 1 inch, sorry, by 1 inch. Then we can now slant all the way like so. Please look at the way I place my cuff through. Let me drag this close up there. So can you see, in a slanted way? Please make sure we are not adding any allowances to this point though, towards our zipper point. So slant it all the way like this. So by doing this, your skirt can never hang out whole, okay? It can never hang. So guys, the next thing to do now is our zipper allowance. So I want to be using just 1 inch for my zipper allowance. Then I have the edge, for the edge of the zipper allowance not straight. Then I'm going to go ahead and start marking 1 inch of the way. So this is it right there. And remember that I'm going to be bringing out my zipper bulge out here about 1/2 inch. This is how it's going to be. Go ahead and slant it as you see me do. The zipper bulge, go ahead and slant it about 1/2 inch all the way from here. Okay. So then we can now cut out. Okay. We can now cut out from there. So now we are going to start cutting now. Please pay attention to where I'll be cutting because of the down part. part, okay? So I'm going to be cutting the back first for this part, for our down part. I'm going to be cutting the back. And towards the waistline, okay, towards the waistline, I'm going to be coming down by 1 inch. Yeah, okay. I'm going to be coming down by 1 inch or 0.75. I'm going to slant it all the way to my waistline towards the edge here. So the essence of doing this is it allows your skirt sit properly on your waist, okay? It allows it to sit properly on your waist. And I won't be adding any that to this. Please, if you want to add that, go ahead and add your allowance for your that, okay? So this is serve for my waist, for my skirt for the front. So this is it right here. So guys, the next thing to draft out, to cut out, is our blouse part. The thing to do now is to rule our starting line, which we normally do. And I hope we should actually familiar with this. So we don't want this borderline to start showing, then we are going to rule it all the way like so. So after then, remember, this is, I'm folding this into a fold of 4 as the same may do as well. So I want to do everything in a fast way, and still it will still be very detailed. I don't want to do it in a fast way that the video will not be too long, okay? So from there, the next thing is to determine our chest line, which is 8 inches. So it's a freehand method. Please pay close attention very well. So there's no how I can label. So I have my under bust to be 10 inches. I have my bust point to be 10 inches, my under bust to be 13 inches. So remember that I'm placing my tape all the way from this point, from the starting line, okay? So I have my under bust to be 13 inches. So my half length will be 15.5, okay? So then my full length for the blouse is 38 inches. Then I'm going to be adding extra 2 inches to it. But before then, let me go ahead and rule a straight line, okay? So this is it right here, okay? So then all the measurements I'll be taking from here, I'll be taking all my measurement towards my point. And this is our zipper allowance. Like I said earlier, for the skirt part, I'm not going to be cutting this place out. Okay, this is our zipper allowance point. So this is my where I'll be cutting out, which is known as my exit. Okay. So the next thing is to determine our back. Okay. So my back is 7.5 for this actual person. So it is 7.5. I'll be working with 7.5. So I have it to be 15 inches. So me dividing my back by 2 is 15, is 7.5. Okay. So then just going to go ahead and connect all the way to these points. Okay, so I'll connect all the way to this point, so which is 7.5. Okay. So after connecting it that way, so remember that this is where our neckline will be. So then come down by 1 inch for our shoulder slope right here. And we are going to connect it to our neckline. So I'm going to be making the width of the neckline to be 3 inches. Okay, I'm going to be making use of 3 inches, and for my back I'm going to be making use of 1.5 inch, and for my front I'm going to be making use of 6 inches. Okay, so for the front, I'll be making use of 6 inches. Then I'm going to extend it to the back own. I'm going to extend it to the zipper allowance point. So my front is 6 inches. Okay, so this is it right here. Then I'm going to connect in the form of V. Although we are not needing this part, we are not needing this V because the front is this canop neckline. Okay, it is canop neckline, so we will not need this point. So I'm just trying to make a point so that you guys can understand what I'm trying to do. So I hope you guys understand what I'm trying to say, right? Say, I don't know why it's forming double lines. So this is it right there. So later on, we are going to go ahead and make our scallop neckline for this point, okay? So from there, connect all the way to your neckline, okay? Then this is our shoulder slope right here. So the standard way to get your shoulder, the armhole plane is dividing your bust by 6, then you have an extra 1.5 inch to it. So I have this one to be 7.75. Okay, then I'm going to extend the lines to this point, so I'm going to come down a little bit. I hope you guys can understand what I'm trying to say. To get your armhole line, divide your bust point by 4, okay, by 6, then add extra 1.5 inch to it. So then I'm going to find the midpoint for this and have it to be here. Then I will come in by 1/2 of an inch. Then I'm going to connect all the way around. So before you connect, divide your bust points divide your bust points by 4. So I have it to be 9 inches. So this is it right here. So remember, we are adding extra 1.5 inch to it. So this is it right here. Okay, extra 1.5 inches to it. So this is it right here. So then I'm going to connect all the way to this point. I hope it's actually obvious for you guys to see. I hope. So can you see, I've gone ahead to add my extra 1.5 inch to it, and my armhole is actually stopping at this point. Okay, so I hope you guys see what I'm actually doing right here. Okay, so guys, the next thing to do now is to measure the desired length for this blouse. So I have it to be 38 inches. So then I'm going to be adding extra 2 inches for this. Okay, we're making 40. So I want it to be 40. So I'm going to be marking extra 2 inches for this. So it should be 40. Then I'm going to go ahead and rule a straight line all the way. So guys, I'll just go ahead and cut out so that we are going to know the actual fabric we are working with. So guys, this is our desired length for the back. Okay, so the next thing is to go ahead and take our vertical measurements, and I told us earlier that I will not be adding any darts to this. Please, if you want to add darts, feel free to do that, but I don't want to add any darts to it since I'm not adding any darts to my skirt part as well. Okay, so then I'm just going to go ahead and divide my bust point by 4, my bust circumference by 4. Then I have it to be 9 inches. Then I'm going to make a point on my bust point line. Then I'm going to add extra 1.5 inch to it. So then I'm going to connect all the way like so from the chest line to this point, okay? So remember, this is our waistline. So since I'm not adding any that, so I'm not going to be using this under bust again, okay? So I'm just going to take the allowances I have when I'm sewing it down. I'm going to take my measurements when I'm sewing it down on my sewing machine, okay? So my waist divided by 4 is 8.5 inches, okay? So I have it here. Then I'm going to add extra 1.5 inch to it for my stitching allowance. Then I'm going to connect all the way to this point. The waistline, after connecting it to our waistline, remember we are extending that to our neck line, okay, the blouse. Then I'm going to mark my hip line by coming down by 9 inches, okay. I hope you should understand what I'm trying to say right here. Then I'm going to connect all the way like so. Then I'm going to divide my hip by 4. Then I have it to be 11.5, okay. So this is the 11.5 here. I'm adding extra 1.5 inches to it, okay. Then I'm going to make a point there, then connect all the way to that point. I hope you guys understand what I'm trying to say, okay. So I'm going to connect all the way to this point. Then I'm just going to start slanting it all the way to the 1 inch so that I don't want it to be too sharp at that edge. So I'm just coming up by 1 inch. So this is how we are going to go about the cutting of the blouse, okay. So this is actually simple to make, all right. So the next thing for us now is to cut out. I won't be cutting the neck now. I'm just going to cut the bodice out first because I'm going to be cutting the neck separately, okay. So let's cut out our border lines first. So we're going to come and rule our our zipper allowance, okay. So this is our zipper allowance. So about 1 inch out the way. So guys, at this point, note that this is our waistline. We are coming in by ½ inch for our zipper bulge. Then we are going to slant it all the way to this hemline, to the upper part and the down part. Okay, so come up by just 4 inches. So that's where we'll be starting our slanting lines. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and make it like so. So this is how we can eliminate our zipper bulge without even cutting our half length separately. So the next thing is to cut out the zipper allowance. The next thing is to cut our neckline. So I've already go ahead and make a notch here. So then I'm going to connect all the way and cut my neckline for the back. So this is my neckline for the back right there. Then I'm going to leave this one separately. I've cutted the back blouse already. So we are working on the front. I told us that the neckline for the front is actually scallop neckline, okay? So from here, we should start making our scallop now. So remember, I want to make this neckline depth to be 6 inches, okay? Then let's start making our scallop neckline. Okay, let's start from. Okay, let me work with my marker. Sorry, so let me use my marker. because the chalk is already forming double lines and I don't want that. So guys, I have to readjust this point because I have to leave about 1 inch for my joining allowance, okay? So this is where my scallop will start, okay? So I have to reconnect all the way back. So you can do it this point, you can do it till you find your desired scallop length, the scallop point, okay? So I'm gonna try to cut out the neckline. As you can see, it's forming scallop neckline. Then I'm gonna try to cut out the lining for it as well. So guys, when you want to cut your lining, please make sure you place your actual fabric on that lining. And I'm gonna head to add paper gum to it so that the scallop neckline will be firm when I finish sewing it. Okay, please do well to add paper gum to it as well. Then I'm gonna head to cut out lining to the other part as well, both the skirt part as well. So guys, this will be the end of the video. And okay, and mind you, the sleeve part we are going to be cutting it together where we are sewing it. Okay, so this will be the end of the video, and if you find this video helpful, kindly please don't forget to give it a thumbs up, like and share. So guys, see you guys to my next video. I love you. Bye.